This week we are exploring homographs. Homographs are words that are spelled the same, but they have different meanings. So you have to pay really close attention to how the word is being used in the sentence. So this is where our strategy of using context clues will come into play. So when you're reading a sentence and it incorporates the word tie, if it says, I'm going to tie my shoes, you know it's talking about tying strings together and not talking about a tie that is typically worn around the neck when someone's wearing a suit. So the way that the word is used in this sentence is going to let you know which meaning of the word is being interpreted. So homographs, graph means written. So like if you saw someone famous, you would ask them for their autograph. That would mean that they would be writing it out, that they would be signing. So they would be using writing. So graph means how something is written. So it is written the same, but the meanings are going to be different. So we're going over a couple of homographs today, and this will just give you an idea, and these are some examples of homographs. So these are words that are spelled exactly the same, but you have to know which meaning is being used in the text by how the word is put into a sentence. So a band can be a band that plays instruments, or a band can be something that holds things together, just like a hairband or a headband holds the example of this girl's hair back. So a band, it's talking about music, it's this type of band. Bark is a homograph. It is something a dog does, or it's something that you can find on the outside of a tree. Bat can be used in baseball, or a bat can also be a bat that is a nocturnal animal. Chest can be like a treasure chest, or your chest where your heart is. Leaves. So this example, she leaves for work at 5 o'clock, leaves. Or this example, the leaves fell off the tree. So the way that I used that word in a sentence, I used the same word, but the meanings were different because of how I used them in those examples. Scales can be found on a fish, or scales can be used to weigh things. Well. A well can be used where people are drawing water, or a well means you can feel well. I'm doing really well. Fly can be to fly up in the air, like an airplane can fly, a bird can fly, or it can be a little fly that you have to shoo away. Cook can be a person who is a professional cook and they work at a restaurant, or cook can mean an action. It's something you do. I'm going to cook over the fire, where here the cook is the person. Table. A table can be a graph where we look at information on a table, or it can be a table where we can sit down. Foot. Foot can be a unit of measurement, so 12 inches equals a foot, or it can be your foot, like a body part, your foot. My foot hurts. Kid. Kid can mean a human child, or kid is also a baby goat. So you don't want to get those mixed up. Palm, a palm tree, or the inside of your hand is your palm. Watch can be something that you do, so you can watch birds, or a watch can be a thing that people wear on their wrist. Mouse, it can be what we use with our computer, or it can be a creature. And then we use the example of tie at the beginning, so I will skip that one. Seal. Seal can mean that you're going to close something up nice and tight. I'm going to seal the envelope before I mail it. So it means you're closing it up nice and tight. Or seal can mean the adorable animal, beautiful sea creature. Trunk can be the trunk on an elephant, or a trunk, like where people keep things. So that is our lesson today about homographs. So remember, homographs, graph means to write. So those words are written the same, they're spelled the same, they look the same. You have to know how they're used in the sentence to determine which meaning the author is intending. Okay, that is a little bit about homographs.